What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni with the first base building tutorial video I've ever made for Vega conflict. This video's content is introducing my new base layout, speaking about anti-snipe and anti-rush, showing an awesome strategy to minimize collateral base damage, base layout for lower players, and announcing more upcoming videos. And what you can see here is my insanely awesome base. Isn't that great? I'm the only one who found that rare blueprint to stealth and cloak your own base. It is invisible and cannot be fired upon, but it will shoot back. Isn't that nice? Okay, no, just kidding. Here's the base, and I did not found a rare blueprint, unfortunately. But actually this base layout is really new, because I got overrun a couple of times with my old base layout where people could sit on my base and were not getting fired upon by any turret because there were all blind spots. Now, I have made those blind spots go away, and I've built myself this new layout, and the fun thing is, people are actually waiting for me to release this new base layout because they think it's insanely good. I hope that it's good, and I think it is good, but it's not battle tested yet, okay? The base layout is pretty simple, actually. The base is surrounded by mines closely so that you cannot fly into all these turrets and make yourself get onto blind spot, because as you can see here, if you're flying over here maybe, then these turrets will fire, okay? Those won't, but at least those turrets will fire. If you're here, multiple turrets will fire, and so there's not really a way to be on a blind spot anymore. Except, of course, if you manage to squeeze through that tiny little opening here in the, with those mines. But that is always a little bit dangerous, and mines can be tricky sometimes. They hit you and kill your ships, even though you should actually fit through here. I show you a little video footage right here where I unfortunately had to make that sad experience of me not even remotely touching that mine and still getting destroyed, as you can see there. Ridiculous, boring, and stupid, but it's still there, so that's what you're gonna get if you try to go through here. Maybe you get through, maybe you don't. Just go ahead and try it yourself. Yeah, so the base layout, as said already, is pretty simple actually. It consists out of a lot of long-range kinetic 5 turrets, which is why I think it is an anti-sniping base, okay? You cannot get near the bridge from any of those sides without getting hit or fired upon by lots of these kinetic 5 turrets. They all have the phased projectiles 5 phased ammunitions 5 in them, which means they fire slowly, but they hit and ignore shields. Basically, they do lots of damage directly to armor, so you don't need to bother using recharging shields against my base, because they will not do you any good. So and yeah, the base, it's basically like an equator line. Is it? Do you pronounce it like that? The equator line. It's just a middle line of long-range turrets going through the entire base, protecting the very important anti-rush Seco missiles. Those are really well protected by 4 and even the bridge kinetic turrets on level 5. This is really good. This base is still being upgraded from level 4 phased ammunitions or 4 iridium magnets to level 5 iridium magnets, but it's basically the same like a turret, but having iridium magnets too. And yeah, what did I want to achieve with this base layout? I wanted to make a base layout that is an anti-sniping base layout, like heavily guarded by long-range cannons, also guarding the anti-rush elements, so that you cannot take out 1 or 2 turrets and then rush in without having a problem, because those are so heavily guarded that taking them out would bring you so much losses of your own that you could have just taken 2 rush fleets instead as well, you know. So yeah, this is what I wanted to do, an anti-sniping base that protects the bridge and the anti-rush elements very well with long-range cannons, and also, of course, anti-rush, as I have 4 level 3 Seco missiles that each deals 313 damage per second. I have the capacitive plates level 2. Well, wait a second, can I not increase? Yeah, look at this. I can make it even better if I use Syntium plates level 3. I guess that's what I do next. I upgrade those capacitive plates level 2 to Syntium 3, which gives me 8% more HP with and using the weight better. Now, so the base wants to be anti-sniping and anti-rush, And also a third element which I wanted to bring in is less collateral damage. I hate collateral damage on my base. That sucks, because they take down one thing and take out multiple ones with the same action, basically. And that's what I really wanted to try to avoid. And here you can see that I managed to make only 3 buildings or turrets being hit by the blast of the bridge if it goes down at some point. If you bring 2 massively high leveled blitz fleets with thermal refs in here, you might be able to take down the bridge. But hopefully you're not gonna get the second star as well, because I only have 3 buildings being affected by collateral damage right here. That's the basic thought. Also, the turrets itself, they only give collateral damage to 1 or maximum 2 other turrets, except for this one. This one right here and this one right here is a key turret protecting all others. This one, if you take it down, you would deal collateral damage to all the turrets around it. But if you take out this one, for example, the only turret getting damage is this. Same goes for this one, and same goes for this one. Those 2 turrets will not be affected by the collateral damage of this one, but this one will. So most turrets will only give collateral damage to 1 more turret, and this is something that I wanted to do really bad. And of course the collateral damage minimizing on the bridge. I also didn't position the storages near the bridge or anything else that can be affected by collateral damage, so that I hope the chances of giving away only 1 star to an enemy after he takes down the bridge is there. I'm not entirely sure, this has to be tested yet. If someone takes down the bridge, maybe those 3 turrets are already enough to give him the second star. Which brings me to my next point. I was thinking about something. It only came to me a few minutes ago when I was thinking about minimizing collateral damage. And I think that it's a really good idea. Now you can see here, this is one of my turrets that is completely upgraded to what I wanted it to be. It has 2100 shield and 7300 health capacity, armor capacity. Now, what I was thinking about, let's remove the armor and the shield entirely, and we have a turret left with 3780 health HP. And you can see here our weaponry or armament has not changed at all. We still have the same firepower on this turret, but we only need 1974 mass. What if we would not have upgraded our turret to level 10, but only level 8, for example, where we fill the mass of the level 8 turret with that high firepower, but only giving 1800 collateral damage, for example, when the bridge explodes. As you can see here, I opened this in the background. Here you can see a level 8 turret has 1900 HP and 2110 maximum mass. So if we go back to our turret and see here, what was it? I forgot already. 2110 mass. Okay, this is enough to build our high-end damage output on this turret, as I have it on my level 10 turret right now. But it only has 1900 HP. So if we would not build in shields, we could actually even do shields if we wanted to, but we don't have the mass for it. But if we don't put in armor, then those 1896 HP would be all that bridge could take out with collateral damage. So we would have 3 turrets directly around the bridge, but only giving altogether 4,000 or 5,000 collateral damage to the entire hit points of your base when the bridge explodes, which would probably result in not giving the second star to your opponent after he takes down the bridge with 2 rush fleets, for example. I think that's an insanely good idea, and I'm a little bit disappointed that I upgraded my turrets to level to level 10 already. But I think there is a way to remove buildings, right? Wasn't there a way to remove buildings? I think I was able to manage. I have seen an option to delete a building, right? Or is that only level 1 buildings? Let's see. No. What? Oh, okay, it's not connected. Upgrade, bank, info. I'm pretty sure there is an option to get rid of buildings or delete buildings you don't want. I'm not entirely sure what that would mean, if that would be reset to level 1 and you would have to upgrade it from 1 to 8 again if you wanted to do this method. But I am seriously thinking about this. Maybe I cannot access that delete building feature right now because I'm refitting or upgrading something at the moment. But if that would be the case, and I could actually destroy a turret and level it up to level 8, then I will do this. Seriously, guys. That is awesome, having the same firepower but not giving away collateral damage. That is something I really want to consider, and if I'm done upgrading upgrading this building and refitting this one, then I might start deleting my 3 turrets here and go for level 8. That is just something that came to me, and I have not seen that anywhere. Maybe I'm actually one of the first persons who ever comes across this this idea. Maybe not, but like I said, I have not seen it anywhere yet, and yeah, I think this idea has potential. Alright, that's my base layout for now. One long line of long-range turrets directly assigned to the bridge and protecting the Seco missile turrets better than I could ever protect them, I guess. And yeah, the Seco missiles are extremely good in taking down bomber squadrons, so if you have those, even level 2 for example, they take out bombers like nothing else. Nothing takes them down so quickly and effective like Seco missiles. Sometimes they don't even get in range of firing when Seco missiles fire right there. It's really good. So yeah, that's the base layout here that I have, but it is a high-level base layout. Now, some of you, or lots of you, are not as high-leveled and want to know how to build their base up for lower bases. And I can tell you one thing, the Seco missiles is extremely good, but the thing that comes closest to the Seco missiles behavior is the Hex missiles. Of course, the Hex missiles can also be sniped by siege drivers, for example, but if you protect them well with long-range cannons, you can use the Hex missiles in order to take down bomber squadrons and also to be anti-rush. Because the Hex missiles have good area splash damage, good fire rate, and they are really good at covering lots of space with explosion effect damage. And yeah, they are really good at taking down rushing fleets, especially in the lower levels. So I would advise you guys, if you are lower and you don't have Seco missiles and you don't have the kinetic turrets, I would advise you to use a combination of where's the weapons lab? Ship lab, tech lab, weapons lab. Here it is. Ah, not this. Base weapons. Here. I would advise you to use a combination of where is it? Here, plasma missiles level 5. Sorry, I said Hex missiles, but those are the ship version. I mean the plasma turrets. I would advise you to use a combination of plasma turrets level 5, 166 DPS, and also only a very small minimum range. It is hard to have a blind spot of those, okay? And the area splash damage is okay, and they spread really good, so it's really hard to avoid getting hit by those. Especially when multiple ones are firing at you. So, a combination of these plasma missiles 5 and the coil driver turret level 5. If you are lower, because you have to keep one thing in mind: as soon as your base level reaches 35, you will be attacked by level 50 fleets. Because as soon as you reach level 5, there's no such thing as ±5 level anymore. It's the same with fleets in the open space. You can get attacked by a level 60 fleet. And that's the same with the base. So it is a good option or thing to try to stay below level 35. And I have seen some people doing this by using coil driver turrets instead of the kinetic driver, because that one requires way less experience, or gives your base less experience, but still is really capable of defending your base long range, in long range terms. And use the plasma turrets level 5 instead of a fusion torpedo or Seco missile. This way, with a combination of these two turrets, you basically have everything you need. You have an anti-rush base and you have an anti-snipe base. If you manage to put out a base layout that actually combines those two things and does not have like lots of weak spots, or like having good long-range coverage with these things from all sides, like I have, for example, with my base, and having a good coverage against rushers, and also not as much blind spots near the base with those plasma turrets, okay? The combination of these two things is really, really good. If you don't have plasma turrets either, but you have the thermal beam blueprint for the base, for example, you can also use that one too. But the plasma turrets, I would prefer the plasma turrets level 5 because they are really good at dealing splash damage and taking down bomber squadrons as well. Because carriers and bombers that just rim around your base and destroy everything they can find on the outer side without getting hit is a real problem. And having something that deals splash damage taking down bombers really quickly is very important by now. So yeah, that's what I advise you guys to do if you are lower. And if you are even lower than that, well, if you just started playing the game, then I would really like you to go for 1 or 2 thermal rays level 5 or 4, because they have good damage output against rushers. You only need 2 of them, and the rest would be coil drivers, and as high as you can get in terms of plasma missiles, okay? So yeah, that was my first base building tutorial video for you guys, and I think I will do more episodes introducing different layouts that are strong and known to be strong. So my new base layout has to be tested yet. I'm still waiting to get this stuff done so I can actually figure out if I can delete the turret and level it up to level 8 to minimize the collateral damage, because that would be an insanely good thing. And a really important note, I formed a new playlist on YouTube, link in the video description, with all my auto fleet or Vega farming fleet tutorials covering all tier levels and nearly all blueprints with free instant repair or extremely low repair, which always includes the fleet fitting as well. Be sure to check that out. And I'd really like you guys to check out my brand new Facebook page, which you can see in the video description and also in the channel information of my YouTube channel. It's brand new, and I think it's an awesome opportunity to get into communication with you more, guys, because I like to communicate with you. I'm reading all of your comments everywhere, and I also try to answer all your comments, and doing this on Facebook is a really good thing, because there other people can start communicating too with us. And also I will link my latest videos to the Facebook page so you can find them there too, which makes it, well, I guess worth following the Facebook page too. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, guys, leave a like and comment down below and hit subscribe as brutal as possible for more videos like that. Also event strategies or ship detail tests, whatever, you name it. Thanks for watching, guys. You're awesome. As always, Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye bye.